you do need to stabilise well. Yeah. So that's going to be the injury, isn't it? So the test is going to be stabilise the metacarpal, and then you could do a little bit of compression or not, and then moving that proximal phalanx that way, and you'll find sensitivity around there, and you manage that through taping, stabilisation, bracing, depending on what it is. Yeah. One patient, the previous physio had just been stretching that ligament. What's going on? We've got to stop the stretching. Anyway, she did well after that. Don't stretch ligaments that are healing. Not a good idea. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Yeah, everyone can do that. Yep. Scaphoid fracture. So you already know half of this, don't you? Because we've already done palpation. So come down into that scaphoid tubercle, and if you push on it, it's sensitive. That's the first part of the scaphoid triple. And then find in the snuff box, so you can do, to make it more prominent, clonk. You can take it into radial deviation, yeah, and then you can palpate through there into the scaphoid. Yeah. Good. And then the last part of that is just that compression. Yeah. So compression through the metacarpal into the scaphoid. So if you hold it and you compress in.
Okay, how much force?
You can use a fair amount with this.
30 newtons.
Sorry? 30 newtons, 3 kilos pressure. Very good.
So do you send them off for an X-ray if you suspect? Is it a part of your suspicion?
Yeah, so they would do that anyway. But if you're sensitive on these three, you might jump up and down. Or
if someone
so
just
you could do
walked in,
MRI, yeah, if you had access, or you could treat them like a scaphoid fracture anyway, and then re-image in that kind of 10 days to 2 week period later, when it will show up on an X-ray. Yeah, I was listening to a talk on a hand therapist on scaphoids, and he basically said MRI and treat it like a scaphoid fracture. Just assume scaphoid fracture from the word go if you land on your hand. Yeah. Assume it until it's proven otherwise.
So if you see on field and you have someone fallen on their hand,
suspect it
and treat it.
Because the consequences of missing it are massive, right? Yeah.
So it's safer to treat it.
But this test was good because you could use this to rule out. So if you've got a test with 100% sensitivity, you're never going to miss. If you do it and it's negative, you rule it out.
Yeah.
Now, if only one of the three is positive, that would still possibly be a scaphoid fracture. But if you do all three, right? So you do palpation 1, palpation 2, and compression, and they're all negative, it's probably not a scaphoid fracture. So use that triple test to rule out.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yep.
Good. Probably the most interesting one of these is the scaphoid shift manoeuvre. So get them in that like you're doing arm wrestling, yeah? But don't arm wrestle them. Yeah. All right. So if you start in extension on a deviation and then move to flexion radial deviation. You're quite clunky there. Do you have instability? You're just mobile.
Yeah, just mobile.
Yeah, cool. All right. So I'll find the scaphoid. You know how to do that now. And this hand is going to stabilise that with pressure from anteriorly, right? Because when you come this way, it's going to want to flex. So you push up and push it upwards. And now when I bring the hand back, it doesn't move. Yeah. So you take it to there. If I release it now, so if I bring it there and release it, it should move further. Yeah. But if I keep the pressure on, it might move further if that ligament's unstable, because the scaphoid has gone up on the back of the radius. Yeah. And in that case, if you had a positive one, you'd let go, and it would clonk back in. So it's on deviation extension, hold the scaphoid.
So this is also scaphoid lunate ligament.
Scaphoid lunate, Watson's manoeuvre. Yeah, they described it as a series of manoeuvre looking at pain reproduction, clunking.
Can you do it on his left hand as well?
Good. Yeah. So, and you will do it on both hands, won't you? So extension on a deviation, come up, find the scaphoid tubercle. Here we go. We do that, and I let go, and that doesn't clunk. No clunk. Yeah. 2, 3, doesn't clunk. But keep the top hand stable when you release the thumb, yeah? So I'll do that. Keep the top hand stable. And make it nice and specific. Good. Yeah.
Does the patient complain of pain in this test?
Yeah, they might. Yeah, yeah. Because you're stressing that scapholunate ligament, yeah? You're holding that there. Lunate's that one. Remember, this person's got one. And you're basically forcing the rest of the hand this way around that scaphoid. So if they've had an injury. Now, if it's completely gone, they wouldn't. What's your experience?
Sorry?
Did you have any experience with these ones in your hands?
Scaphoid, no.
No scapholunate? No?
So
Yeah.
far not yet, because mine mostly post-operative.
Yeah, sure. So they're already sorted out. But they might not have pain. Yeah, they might just have that really big laxity thing. If it's been there for ages, they mightn't have pain. Yeah, I had an old guy who was probably about 55. He had a lot of wrist arthritis, but when you x-rayed it, huge gap there. And so this had been missed. So he would have had laxity coming and going for a long time. But now he's got wrist arthritis, can't move his wrist. Yeah, good. Right. And then TFCC ones, yeah. So there was that, just palpation, yeah, the foveal sign, they call it. So you just come up off you've already done this, off ulnar styloid and just push into. Relax.
I am
You're not. Yeah, into there. So that's the foveal sign, push in there, right? But then you can also do that compression down through the, compression down that way. Bendy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So stabilise the ulna, compress down through that, and then you can do pronation and supination while you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good. And you can also just stabilise the ulna and shear it. Yeah. Again, symptom modification, reproduction. And if all three of these things are positive, so palpation plus shear test plus compression, ulnar deviation, full pronation, full supination, if they're all painful, then you're more likely to suspect something going on in there. Yeah. And then the pisiform boost is a relieving thing. So say you had pain on gripping, we just need something to grip there. And if you just put your hand out and you can grip.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, good. And then if I, well that's good, yeah, great. So the pisiform boost is you're pushing the pisiform and triquetrum that way relative to the ulna. Yeah, so if I do that and say grip, yeah, and then release, and then if I boost the pisiform that way, so down, or AP, and you feel better, it's an MWM really, mobilisation with movement test, but specific for that TFCC. You can do it palm down, yeah, so there if you're gripping, yeah, and then if I boost that pisiform up, yep, and then you grip, yeah, so that would be
And this
pisiform
hand is
test.
stabilized or pushing
Yeah,
down?
I'm pushing down, so stabilising, yes, by pushing down. Really it's that, like, yeah, so you could think of this and this, or you could think of just counterforce, yeah.
Most of the time for PSCC, they will have also proof, very obvious proof.
Yeah.
Going down like that. The moment they start grip, it will drop.
Yes, so you see the ulnar side drop down.
Drop down, yes.
Yeah.
Any reason? Any reason for
because
that?
the stabilizing is no more there.
Yep.
That's why it will drop on the ulnar side.
Mm.
PSCC attached towards the ulnar region. So when there's a tear or complete tear, when you tension it up, the bone will just let go.
Oh.
No holding on it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So you see it drop down, which is the opposite of the pisiform boost thing, right?
Yes.
So pisiform boost is sustaining the up position, which would normally be sustained by the integrity of the TFCC. So you're boosting that up, which restores its normal posture, rather than letting it drop down. So it's a relieving manoeuvre.
Like
Yeah.
anterior grovel test kind of
Sorry?
sign. Like it looks like an anterior grovel kind of sign
Yeah.
that it will drop.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, have we covered all of them?
Yes.
Very good. All right, let's go and practice that.